What is going on, team? Welcome back to another news video. What a wild week it's been on the internet. Obviously in real life, but portrayed in a digital format. Gonna live to 100. If you watched the last news video, you'll fully understand that. Decent whack of functional fitness news coming up, but before that, this week on the internet, yes, the two moguls of money.
My spidey senses tell me this is gonna get f***ing tasty, baby!
Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, the metaverse, where currently the VR people look like they're on the Wii. And they have spent a lot of money on that. And Elon Musk, the guy that gave us Tesla and is the innovator of just many wild contraptions, seem to agree this week on doing a cage match, a fighting cage match. Is this real life or? Basically like two 15-year-olds on Facebook, but is actually on Twitter. Elon Musk said, "I'm up for a cage match if he is. Lol." Mark Zuckerberg replied, "Send me location." Now the UFC president Dana White has got involved and apparently they are serious. I can only see this going one way. Mark Zuckerberg actually has competed in mixed martial arts before. I know nothing about Elon Musk, but I'll just wait until there's anything confirmed because I don't think it's gonna happen. It's just noise. Now in this week's groundbreaking news, what everyone's been talking about is that Justin Burg will be leaving CrossFit and Dave Castro will become the new leader of the CrossFit sports team.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
As of now, all of the details really are just kind of under wraps. Nobody really knows what's happening. Justin Burg was with the company for 13 years. What his job was over the last kind of couple of years was the day-to-day operations for all aspects of the CrossFit Games. Executive production of all competition-related media coverage, all business development for the games, and licensing for CrossFit Inc. The program's John Singleton had a good point.
Justin was very much behind the scenes. Justin has been involved in the sport really since the early days. And it was only recently when he had all the changes in CrossFit that he became more of a public person.
Now again, it is unclear, like usual with CrossFit. Can't say that. But no, they like to keep us on our toes, don't they? What Dave Castro's role will be. Will he be working on licensing and things like that? I don't really want to go any further into this news because that's the news. Justin Burg will be leaving. Dave Castro will be coming in. Good point was made actually on the Rich Froning podcast a couple of weeks ago before this news broke, was that the games needs to have a good balance of spectator viewing and tests, like testing the athletes.
We've got to, if we're going to do this and we want to grow this, yes, we need a good test. Yep. It's got to be something that is a test to test the athletes, but it's got to be visually appealing.
I mean, I think I've heard Castro even talk about that. I mean, I know this isn't his workout, but I've heard him even talk about that. Like, part of the test is making it look good. Like, because that's what, you're doing it for the fans. And at the end of the day, if it's, like, obviously you want it weighted towards a good event versus a visually good event. But if you can do both, you try to always do both.
And I feel like when Dave Castro was a big part of the sport, he was very good at programming tests that were great to watch, as well as making them, good tests. So this year, we'll wait to see. The decision comes 6 weeks out from the CrossFit Games, which is kind of a time where you're like, what? I'm sure the games are going to be a great spectacle anyway. You know how they are. Anyway, moving on. Weird in silence, isn't it? I had to do that for copyright reasons. Obviously, I would have got copyrighted. Felt like the vlog needed a bit of Big Nick energy. He'll be at the CrossFit Games in just 40 days. Actually 39 when this vlog goes out. Isn't that wild? Social media, eh? It's weird what you share. But I appreciate it, and I hope you did too. Anyway, on to the next bit of news. Do you have tattoos? This is how I would look if I was covered in some sort of tattoo. That's wild, isn't it? Absolutely wild. Should I do it? WOD Science this week actually shared a post talking about tattoos and sweat rate. And how it can affect and actually decrease the amount of sweat that you perspire through the areas that have been tattooed. Now, the study that was done didn't actually show the effect on performance, but taking, you know, like your body's ability to cool itself down through sweat and the fact that tattoos kind of limit that a bit, they put out a post saying that maybe it might affect your performance. There is a possibility, especially if you're covered. Although that has been defunct by 5-time fittest man on earth, Matt Fraser. He won with tattoos. Although thinking about it, actually thinking about it though, like I'm not really sure about this actually. Guys and girls in the CrossFit Games, top 20, how many are like heavily tattooed? Interesting. Now with the CrossFit Games not being that far away, all of the athletes are starting to get the big items, the things that, you wouldn't usually train with all year round, but you'll fine tune up to the games out, like the pig. Here's Ellie Turner flipping it, but in the way of making this video, this takes me on to the next part, which is Mitchell Hooper, world's strongest man, 2023. No, he's not a pig, but he was flipping a pig, and he made it look so easy when he was at the Hard Work Pays Off HQ.
We bring it to the hip. Yeah, okay.
What's been super cool this week is to see Mitchell Hooper cross-pollinating. Obviously with some of the sponsors that he has, some of the CrossFit Games athletes also have that sponsor, so he has to link toes with Danielle Brandon.
The real truth of the matter is,
you could just jam your toes together with a friend.
I'm sure some of you would love that.
Ooh. Say ooh.
It's one weird handshake. Could be a greeting in the future. He's been with Noah Olsen, which was wild to see how powerful he was with 305, which is just under 140 kilos. Movement could do with some work, but not when you're that strong. Also, when he was there, he was with Annika Greer as well. They did rope climbs. It's impressive for a guy that big to be getting up that rope, holding that body weight, that muscle mass. And he made some skits with Rebecca Fusilier. Always fun to debunk the myths a little bit, you know what I mean? Creatine actually for women is more effective than for men. My podium one's coming in the next couple of months. I'm very excited. Cherry sour. And then just in some other bits of news, it seems like bands have taken over Instagram this week with Fakowski and Elijah Muhammad posting about it, and I saw it in a couple of other places, just forgot to... How I get these news pieces, I just take a screenshot and kind of remember it, so that I can put it in the video and make the video full of things from the week. But yeah, bands. I love those videos where those people just go in all of the bands possible. Like Elijah's got like 3 on there, whereas Fakowski's is like 1 band, but it has loads of different things on it. It's almost like a utility belt band. Someone said this apple is on the squat program as well. That is a fine ass apple, sorry. Laura Horvath posted her doing some clean and jerks saying it's fun to be strong. She ain't wrong, just wish I remember what that felt like. She's actually out already at Krypton in America, CrossFit Krypton, with Ben Smith and the crew. It's interesting to see, some athletes, when they qualify for the CrossFit Games through the semi-finals, some of them stay and train at home, obviously probably more due to financial reasons. And some really like to get out to the CrossFit Games early, acclimatized to the weather. It is usually hot out there. The food, the water, the sleep, the jet lag, so they're out there early. This week, Emma Lawson graduated high school. Her manager posted this and put the caption, "You are now officially more educated than me." In a bit of don't try this at home, but maybe do try it at home. Who knows? Street Horner did 250 Romanian kettlebell swings unbroken. It took him around 7 minutes and his caption was forearms, glutes, and hammies. I mean, I'm jealous. I wish I could hold on for 7 minutes. There's a good one there. Nah, but I can't imagine how much grip that would take. And by the end of it, when he put down the kettlebell, he showed his last couple of reps, he looked like a drunk guy trying to walk up a street. Those people that, like, they're so drunk they walk backwards. And then to finish off, Brent Fikowski put up some photos of him sprinting, getting ready for the games. And he is in Brent Fikowski, typical Brent Fikowski shape. When I see him at the games, he is the most lean, shredded guy there by a mile. He's like dialed nutrition. He could step on a bodybuilding stage, He's that conditioned. And anyway, that is where I'm going to end this week's news. If you have enjoyed it, please do smash that like button. I'm going to try and get them out every Sunday. Next Sunday might be a little bit hard. We're going to be at Hardwood Pays Off HQ, but I'll do my best. We'll do it from somewhere else other than this studio. Someone told me that the Whoop link wasn't working last week, and it wasn't, because now we have a new one. If you do want to grab yourself a Whoop, the best trackable, I mean, I look at mine every day with recovery, strain, and especially when I look at like sleep performance. Head down to that link for a free 4.0 and a free month. And if you want to support Jazz and I directly, head over to hustlemade.com. The sickest clothes in the game. It really does, like, you don't realize how much it supports us and helps us when you buy some of the clothes. It is the sickest clothes in the game too, and you will look fresh. And it is soft, and the hoodies are unreal. The joggers fit a dream. You can wear them out as well as in. There's only a few of them left. But yeah, if no one's told you today, you're an absolute legend, and we'll catch you in the next video. Love you guys. You guys are the bestest.